performers. There's a lot of them. You guys are going to enjoy this.
Go deep.
Yeah. Babao Arnis has been performing demonstration on FMA, Filipino Martial Arts, which known as Arnis, Cali, or Eskrima, depending on what region in the Philippines we're talking about. Babao Arnis is composed of Batangas Baston, found by the late Turing Buenaventura Babao, as well as Villabrile Cali, found by the late Floro Villabrile, and Cacoy Doce Pares, found by the late Cecilia Sao Cacoy Canete of famous Doce Pares Club in Cebu. Alright. The performers will demonstrate the use of various training weapons used in FMA, from rattan sticks, bangkao or staff, bolos, and knives. It's gonna get serious in here, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, so please help us welcome Babao Arnis.
Do you want to back a little bit, or do you want us to? Do we need a?
I mean, if you guys want to back up, just.
So you want it 4D, 3D? Like you want to do front? No, we'll just go ahead and put this in the front row. You guys can just, we'll move the chairs back. Oh no, we're just gonna move back a little bit.
It's a little bit.
Test one, two.
Yeah, it's almost like being at SeaWorld, you know, just sit up here at your own discretion.
Keep your hands in front of your face at all times. Just cover your face.
All right, thank you for inviting us here. I'm Don Diaz, and I'll be our MC for today. Again, just a little bit of a history. Our system is Babao Arnis, and again, it consists of 3 different systems: Batangas Baston, Villabrile Cali, and Cacoy Teniente Escrito, and you're going to see a little bit of that today. Back in 1963, our Grandmaster Neri Babao started training with his father in Batangas. And our lineage can be traced back to the late 1900s. Our system can be traced back to the Katipunan rebels. Ka Juan and General Miguel Malvar were Katipunan rebels, and General Malvar was the last rebel to be captured by the Americans during the Spanish-American War as he tried to defend the Philippines. So that's a good piece of history to learn with our system. And that's one thing that we like to do, is that we can actually trace our system back. And with that, Grandmaster Babao, he passed in October 2013, and we are now led by Grandmaster Nerison Babao, his son. All right, and also the school is also run by Auntie Zana. All right, so with that, we're going to start off with what's called the Moro Moro. So back in the days, the Spanish, they banned martial arts. And so we did the Moro Moro, and they basically disguised a lot of the movements in the dance. So what you're going to see is a demonstration of various weapons by our students in Babao Arnis using various weapons. First up is going to be Paul Nepusemo. He's going to be using the Guniting. This is the official sword of the Philippine Marines. As you can see, it's easy to wield as a jungle tool, and it's a perfect weapon to carry. Next you see is Fernando. He's using the single stick, which you see most commonly as we practice. A single stick can be used made of various woods, bahi, kamadong, or the basic rattan. Most of our weapons we don't pick up at Home Depot. We actually get our woods from the Philippines. All the movement that you see are from our basic system. Next you see Mike using the barong. Probably a lot of you who grew up in the Philippines probably had to use this cutting the weeds out of your front yard. It's a heavy leaf-shaped sword, popular among the Moros of the slope. Next you have John using the bolo, the general utility knife used in World War II. using stick and knife, or as we say, espadilla. We're always using both hands, whether it be empty hand or with weapons at both sides. Next is Sergio using the Babao. Babao, either the C-bot with the spear. And if you look very closely, all the movements are very similar, whether it be a single stick, double stick, or a long weapon. Next is Guru Domingo using the double sticks. Again, everything is symmetrical, whether it be left or right-handed. You'll notice our colors, that red signifies Guru. Next is Joe Benedito wielding the campilan, also known as talon. It's a traditional weapon, approximately 36 to 42 inches, basically used for head hunting. It's a dual pointed at the tip, and also believed to be the weapon used to behead for neck kill. Our moral. Next, we're going to demonstrate our baseline 12 angles. So every student that comes to our school learns the first 6 angles. Once they are proficient with the 6 angles, then they're going to learn the next 6 angles, which consist of 12. Most schools use basic 12, and these are our 12 angles that signify, basically it's just a system that allows us to train various angles. It's just basically our way of communicating various angles of strike and defense. Those are just our baseline angles. After a while, when we start learning this, it gets a little confusing, but basically when we just call out a number, then they would basically reflex that number. And it makes it easy for us to train the new students. Also with that, if you notice that it comes with the footwork. So if they stayed with a right lead and they don't change their footwork, then they become off balance, and then they learn really quick that they have to move their feet. All right, next is going to be a reflex. We are adjusting to the space. We didn't want to move you guys outside. Okay, ready? Wow. Ready? Wow. So this is what we call our block and check. You're basically doing the first 6 angles that you just demonstrated, but they're doing in a block and check sequence. If you notice their footwork, they're adjusting left and right based on the angles of attack. Notice that their free hand or the alive hand is also moving. We don't use just one side. We need to use both hands to be able to block and defend at the same time. The next set Next sequence is going to be more of a freestyle. What you just witnessed was basically 1 through 6. This next section is going to be more of a freestyle, so they don't know what angles are going to be coming. And yes, we do rack a lot of fingers. Hand-eye coordination is required to do this, even in a closed space.
Ready? Wow. Ready? Wow.
And next we're going to have a short self-defense demo with Raiden and Paul.
Okay, face the crowd. Ready? Bow. Face each other. Ready? Bow.
You can see that there's a lot of hooking and tearing type slashes.
Face each other. Ready? Bow. Face proud. Ready? Bow.
Next, another part of our system is the Takoy Escrito. So Grandmaster Narison and Sergio are going to demonstrate a small portion of that.
Face the crowd. Ready? Bow. Face each other. Ready? Bow.
So in the Escrito system, it's a lot more close ranged. It's a lot more quicker strikes. And you'll notice that the alive hand or the checking hand, the free hand is used to control the opponent's stick hand. So Takoy, Grandmaster Takoy was a master in small hand jiu-jitsu. And so he was good at locking up hands.
Ready? Bow. Face crowd. Ready? Bow.
Next is going to be what is called unang saya. It's our first dance. So once a student learns the first 12 strikes and then the first 12 block and check self-defense, then we put it all together and we put it together. And it's called unang saya. This is what John is going to demonstrate.
Bow.
even though Arnis, Kali, Eskrima are weapon-based systems, we don't always walk around with sticks, knives, swords, kambilans. We also have an empty hand set. So basically what we end up doing if someone else has a weapon, we're just gonna take it away from you and use it against you. So this is what one is going to demonstrate. Sergio is going to demonstrate Bangkao Saya. So it's a form using our long weapon. And our last side is going to be done by Bro Domingo. He's going to perform Arco, Arco. All right, so you've seen us done a lot of empty hand forms and a lot of static drills, but now we do all of this. So now we're going to demonstrate what we do in an active form. So we're going to demonstrate some sparring. We're going to start off with some static sparring with our junior crew. So we have Raiden and Jacqueline. We're going to start off using Gunal gear. So even though it is padded, it can still take a lot of bruises, and we have dislocated some fingers in the past. But with the hockey gloves, hopefully that's not going to happen.
Ready? Bow. Face each other. Ready? Bow. Be nice.
lot of confidence, and you know, the way we train, and you know, the people that they train under, that, you know, we're not pushing them to become bullies or anything like that. But I'll tell you one thing: if anyone's gonna try to steal their milk money, they're messing with the wrong people. All right, next we're going to demonstrate what's called WeCap. This is a sport that was created in Cebu. It's a little bit more fast-paced, so you can see the heavy gear and the heavy body armor. So we're going to have to put in a ring judge to ensure a little bit of a safety. Ring judge, Joe. Just to make sure no one gets hit. All right, so you're going to see pretty much a lot of speed and attacks. Now, the hard part is it's hard to see the defense, but if you look really closely, there's going to be some in there, but there's going to be a lot of headshots. So,
Be careful, we have a lot of innocent people in here.
yeah. So this is the SeaWorld Park. So people in the front row, be careful.
Bow. Face each other. Ready. Bow. Point right. Go!
So you'll see them trying to disarm each other. You see it's a close arm.
Right.
And even though they have padded armor on, you can still take on.
Break. You guys are good.
One last round.
Idaho!
Any nurses in here?
10 seconds. Go! Ready!
Right, face each other.
Center.
Ready.
Yeah.
Bow.
Good.
One more.
Bow.
One time.
Crowd participation symbols.
Anyone in the crowd?
Did you want to announce it?
They want to go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to have to breathe after anyways. Okay. All right. You guys have seen me talk this whole time. You wonder if I could throw down. So,
Don't let it go.
I'm going to have to go up against my arch nemesis, John, here. We both grew up in Paradise Hills, all right, behind Paradise Hills Elementary School. And what we're going to demonstrate is basically limited armor. So we're just going to have headgear and hockey gloves because we have to go to work tomorrow. But a lot of times we do this basically just to test our skills. Because a lot of times in the street you have no armor. And just in this space here, we're going to have to keep everything from waist level on up. And we usually go a lot harder when we're out in the park or maybe in the garage. But for safety purposes, we'll just keep everything up top. And you know, you kind of have to have a certain mindset to do this, and we're both veterans, and so if I get hurt, I just go across the Balboa.
Don't make me come out there.
Bow. Face proud. Ready. Bow. Oh, they're still friends.
We'll do partner Sinawali audience participation. We'll watch the guys do it first, and then maybe two from the crowd. The first one we'll do is called single Sinawali. Here.
Anyone in the crowd know for that? Anyone trained in Filipino martial arts in the crowd? Anyone? Oh.
Well,
You need some sticks. I got sticks for you.
I've been 6 for 20 years.
What guy right there? I see him in
well, we'll do here first.
How many do you need? How many do you need?
Not just one other guy, but we'll show what we can do
You
first.
need one right here, right here, right here. Right here. Where are my sticks?
Look at the female, one righteous
Come on,
let's
Aries.
go.
Singers.
My nephew.
Singers.
Okay, but first we'll watch the pair first, then you'll follow. So we'll watch these two. They'll go high, high. So back and forth. You notice that they're going to shape their weapons. Go forward. We call this a single Sinawali because they're striking each hand independent. This is the single Sinawali. They're just striking each weapon independent. It's to be conjunction with both sides. So now we'll have the participants do with the other person, and they'll just, our guys will just guide them. Guidelines, so you're protecting your hand level. You're just going back and forth, back and forth. So at the beginning, we teach our guys double sticks, so they learn how to use the weapon both on their left hand and their right hand. Okay, then we'll do just one more, and this is just we call a high-low follow through. So our guys will just one high and then low, and the next side high and low. This looks pretty easy, right? So it's like giving a high five and a low five. Okay, now our audience participation will try it. Let's give our audience
All right, guys, give it up for Babao Arnis.